The girl was sitting in the grass, and he got out, and he threw something. All of a sudden, she was on fire. God, this is so horrifying.
On August 2nd, 2015, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office received a series of frantic 911 calls reporting a horrifying event.
My God, this set a woman on fire.
A woman set on fire behind a Speedway gas station. The perpetrator was identified as Michael Slager, a 41-year-old man, and the victim was his 31-year-old girlfriend, Judy Malinowski. What followed was an extraordinary tale, as Judy, against all odds,
My name is Judy Malinowski, and I am ready to testify.
became the first person in history to testify in her own homicide case. Let's see. A life before tragedy born, as Judith Ann Hensel on August 26, 1982, in Columbus, Ohio. Judy was the first child of Bonnie and Thomas Hensel. She was a cherished daughter and a loving elder sister to Danielle and Patrick. Judy graduated from New Albany High School in Ohio in 2001, where she was popular, crowned Miss New Albany, and the homecoming queen. She pursued higher education at Ohio State University, balancing academics with her charismatic personality. Judy faced significant challenges, including a diagnosis of ovarian cancer at a young age, which she successfully overcame. Despite winning several beauty pageants, she aspired to lead a simple life, desiring to be a schoolteacher, live in a nice neighborhood, and have a loving husband and 2 children. At 22, she married Ron Malinowski, and they had 2 daughters, Kaylin in 2004 and Madison in 2007. However, life took a tumultuous turn when Judy caught Ron cheating, leading to their separation in late 2007. Around the same time, Judy's cancer returned, necessitating a total hysterectomy. Though she overcame cancer again, the late 2000s opioid crisis impacted her deeply. During her recovery, Judy developed an addiction to pain medications, which later escalated to heroin use when her insurance stopped covering her prescriptions. This addiction strained her relationship with her family and daughters. Despite these struggles, Judy sought help, enrolling in Ohio's Parkside Rehab Center. She achieved sobriety, secured an apartment, and began to rebuild her life. Her family felt hopeful as Judy seemed to regain her strength and resolve. Meeting Michael Slager. In 2014, Judy reconnected with Michael Slager, an acquaintance from her ex-husband's circle, through Facebook. Michael professed long-held feelings for Judy, and their interaction soon turned romantic. Initially, Judy's mother, Bonnie, was wary of Michael, especially concerning Judy's daughters. However, Michael's persuasive demeanor led Bonnie to reluctantly accept him. Unbeknownst to Judy and her family, Michael had a criminal past, including charges of theft, battery, stalking, and child endangerment. Soon, his possessive and abusive nature surfaced. He manipulated Judy, reintroducing her to drugs to maintain control over her. Michael's threats and violence escalated, and despite numerous calls to the police, no charges were ever pressed. Judy tried repeatedly to leave Michael, but found herself trapped in the cycle of abuse typical of such relationships. Her attempts to seek help were undermined by her history of drug use, which Michael exploited, convincing her that the police were on his side. The horrific crime. Judy Malinowski's tragic story began with a brutal and horrifying act of violence. On August 2, 2015, at a gas station in Gahanna, Ohio, her then-boyfriend Michael Slager doused her with gasoline and set her on fire. This horrific incident occurred after a heated argument between the two. Judy, who had been in a tumultuous and abusive relationship with Slager, was caught off guard by the sudden and savage attack. The details of the crime are harrowing. As Judy recounted later, Slager first poured gasoline over her, starting from her head and working his way down. The gasoline entered her throat, causing excruciating pain. She fell to the ground, trying to protect herself, and pleaded with Slager to stop. Ignoring her cries for mercy, he stepped back, pulled out a lighter, and set her ablaze. Judy described the look in his eyes as pure evil, a chilling testament to his cruel intent. The flames engulfed Judy, causing her unimaginable pain and suffering. Her screams for help went unanswered by Slager, who stood by, watching her burn. By the time the first responders arrived, Judy had suffered severe burns over 95% of her body. She was rushed to the hospital, where she began a grueling fight for her life. The extent of Judy's injuries was catastrophic. She endured 59 surgeries, including multiple skin grafts and reconstructive procedures. Despite the best efforts of medical professionals, she lost her hair, both ears, and several fingers. Some wounds on her back and buttocks remained open due to her weakened state, preventing further surgeries. Judy lived in constant, excruciating pain. Her body was forever altered by the burns. Her fight for survival was extraordinary. Judy was placed on life support 7 times, each instance a battle between life and death. Her resilience and will to live were nothing short of miraculous. Medical professionals marveled at her strength, deeming her survival a miracle. Despite her suffering, Judy was determined to seek justice. She wanted to ensure that Michael Slager was held accountable for his heinous crime. Her remarkable journey from victim to advocate became a beacon of hope and resilience, inspiring many and highlighting the critical need for legal reforms to protect victims of domestic violence. The treatment and investigation. Both Judy and Michael were taken to Ohio State University's Wexner Medical Center. Judy's family, unaware of the details, was devastated to find her with 95% of her body covered in third, and fourth-degree burns. The doctors gave her no chance of survival. Detectives, determined to uncover the truth, reviewed the surveillance footage and 911 call data. They confronted Michael with the evidence, who offered a fabricated story, claiming it was an accident. To solidify their case, detectives risked questioning a sedated Judy, who confirmed Michael's intentional act. Judy's mother, initially in disbelief, watched the surveillance footage herself and realized the brutal reality. Over the next 8 months, Judy remained in a coma, fighting for her life while the legal proceedings unfolded. The struggle of life. Judy Malinowski's remarkable journey. Judy Malinowski's story is one of extraordinary willpower and determination. Placed on the brink of life and death multiple times, her journey was a relentless battle that defied all expectations. For Michael Slager, Judy's assailant, her survival posed a grave threat. If she were to pass away, prosecutors could potentially bring murder charges against him. After enduring 59 surgeries and months of intensive treatment, Judy regained consciousness. Despite her drastically altered appearance and excruciating pain, she remained alive. Medical professionals deemed it a miracle, and Judy was determined to seek justice. Investigation and legal proceedings. Judy Malinowski's fight for justice was a grueling journey. After enduring 59 surgeries and months of intensive treatment, she regained consciousness, although her appearance and health were significantly affected. Despite her suffering, she was determined to see her attacker, Michael Slager, held accountable. Initially, Slager was charged with aggravated arson and felonious assault. He continued to deny intentionally causing Judy harm, prompting the prosecution to prepare for a jury trial. Judy was ready to testify against him, eager to share her story. However, Slager's defense attorney, Bob Crane, convinced him that Judy's testimony would be devastating to his case. As a result, Slager entered a no-contest plea, avoiding a trial and preventing Judy from testifying. In December 2016, Slager was sentenced to 11 years in prison. Judy's family and supporters felt this punishment was far too lenient, given the horrific nature of his crime. Judge Judy Lynch, while sympathetic, was constrained by Ohio law, which limited the maximum sentence for the charges. Pursuing justice through legislation. Judy's fight for justice extended beyond her personal case. She advocated for Ohio's House Bill 63, known as Judy's Law, which proposed increasing the maximum sentence for intentionally disfiguring someone to 20 years. Although this new law would not apply to her own case, Judy was determined to ensure others would not suffer as she had. Her video message from her hospital bed highlighted the devastation caused by her attack and urged lawmakers to pass the bill. Her 13-year-old daughter, Kaylin, also spoke at the Ohio State House, emphasizing the need for stricter laws. In early 2017, the Ohio legislature unanimously passed Judy's Law in the House, and it moved on to the Senate. A historic testimony. As Judy's health declined, prosecutors recognized the need for her testimony in case she did not survive. They approached her about providing a video deposition for her potential homicide case. Despite the pain, Judy agreed, understanding the importance of her testimony. Her deposition, the first of its kind, was a powerful and emotional recount of the attack. Prosecutor Warren Edwards led the questioning, guiding Judy through the events of that fateful day. She detailed how Slager poured gasoline over her and set her on fire, describing his evil demeanor and her desperate cries for help. During the cross-examination, attorney Bob Crane tried to undermine Judy's credibility by bringing up her history of drug abuse and suggesting her memory might be compromised. Judy remained steadfast, providing clear and consistent testimony about the attack. The final struggle. The deposition took a severe toll on Judy's health. She eventually chose to enter hospice care, expressing that she was ready to find peace. On June 27, 2017, Judy Malinowski passed away, ending her nearly 2-year battle. Following her death, Slager was charged with first-degree murder. Despite his continued claims of innocence, the court ruled that Judy's deposition was admissible. Slager's defense team initially sought a plea deal, but the prosecution and Judy's family insisted on accountability. In July 2018, Slager pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Legacy and advocacy. Judy's legacy continues through Judy's Foundation, established by her family to support victims of domestic violence, drug addiction, and human trafficking. The foundation also advocates for expanding Judy's law to a federal level, aiming to create a broader legal impact. Judy Malinowski's story is a testament to resilience, willpower, and the pursuit of justice. Her determination not only brought about legal change, but also inspired countless others to stand up against violence and fight for their rights. Judy Malinowski's case is both tragic and inspiring. It showcases the incredible strength of a survivor who refused to give up despite enduring unimaginable suffering. Judy's fight for justice and legal reform leaves a lasting legacy, emphasizing the importance of resilience and advocacy in the face of adversity. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you feel inspired by Judy's journey, or do Michael's heinous acts make your blood boil? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If there's a case you'd like us to cover, don't hesitate to drop your recommendations. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more gripping true crime stories.